Someone had been learning how to be Chloe. She practiced Chloe's smile first, then Chloe's makeup, the smudged brown liner, the peach gloss, the tiny dot of highlighter Chloe wore. She curled her hair the way Chloe did, pinned one side back with Chloe's silver clip, and practiced saying my name until it sounded almost right.
Sam, Sam, Sam.
Soft on the S, warm on the M. She copied Chloe's signature, memorized her schedule, stole her coffee order, her playlists, her pin code, the names of every girl on our floor, every teacher Chloe liked, every inside joke she could find. By the time she came back to Blackwood Academy, she looked like Chloe. Dining hall, pasta night. The girl wearing Chloe's face sat down beside me, just like old times, and reached for her fork with her left hand. The noise in the dining hall seemed to fall away. Chloe was left-handed. Everyone knew that. But 2 years ago, she made me a promise. Whenever we sat side by side, she'd use her right hand so our elbows wouldn't bump. It started as a joke. She kept it like a vow. Every meal, every time. If she ever used her left hand next to me, she said, then that girl wasn't her. The fork hovered above her plate. I looked at her hand, then at her face. She was not Chloe. Across from me, the girl wearing my best friend's face watched my expression change. Her smile stayed there for one breath, then it disappeared.
How did you know?
In the last stall of the girls' bathroom, I pressed both hands over my mouth so no one could hear me breathe. Tears blurred the gray metal door. Girls laughed by the sinks. Water ran. Someone complained about mascara. The whole school kept moving while I stood there shaking so hard my knees bumped the lock. No one would believe me. No one had noticed. My best friend had been replaced. I had to find the real Chloe before the girl wearing her face found me first. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back to Sunday, the day Chloe came home from Seoul. Monday lunch was taco bowl day in the dining hall. Real Chloe hated it, not because of the rice, or the beans, or the chicken, or the sour cream she always asked for extra. She hated it because the kitchen dumped cilantro on everything like it was confetti. Chloe said cilantro tasted like soap. She could spot one green leaf buried under cheese and salsa, pinch it between 2 fingers, and drop it onto my tray with a look of personal betrayal. Every time, she would say the same thing.
Congratulations, Sammy, they put soap in lunch again.
So when the girl across from me picked up her fork and took a bite without checking her bowl first, I noticed. Did they skip the cilantro today? I looked down at my own lunch. Green leaves were scattered over the salsa, bright and impossible to miss. Then she smiled at something Amber said, and I saw it. A tiny green leaf stuck to the corner of her mouth. Cilantro. She didn't notice.
You're eating that?
I asked. She glanced down at her bowl.
Eating what? The cilantro.
Her fork stopped just above the bowl. Then she laughed, easy and bright.
Oh my God, Sam, you still remember that? I guess I got over it in Seoul. They put it in everything there.
Maybe some people got over old habits. Chloe didn't. Not without telling me first. She told me when she changed shampoo. She told me when she liked a song she used to hate. She would absolutely tell me if she had stopped thinking cilantro tasted like soap. The girl across from me took another bite. Everyone else kept eating. I watched her chew something Chloe would have picked out leaf by leaf. I watched her chew, laugh, and wipe the corner of her mouth with Chloe's hand. Something about the Chloe who came back from Seoul had changed. She had Chloe's face, Chloe's clothes, Chloe's makeup, even Chloe's bright little laugh. But beneath all of that, something was missing. I couldn't name it yet. I only knew the girl sitting across from me was not exactly the girl who had left. By Wednesday, I couldn't stop watching her. Not dramatically, just the little things. Real Chloe cracked her knuckles when she was nervous. Left hand first. This Chloe didn't. Real Chloe doodled stars in her notes. This Chloe drew circles. Real Chloe called our history teacher Mr. J. This Chloe called him Mr. Jensen, which was correct, but not Chloe. After literature class, I caught her outside the stairwell.
Are you okay?
I asked. Her face softened in that perfect Chloe way.
Of course. Why? You just seem different.
She laughed.
Sammy, I spent 5 days in Seoul and barely slept. I'm allowed to be weird. I know. It's just the cilantro thing and the little stuff.
Her smile thinned.
Little stuff? You don't call Mr. Jensen Mr. J anymore. You forgot the laundry room code. You slept facing the door.
She stared at me a little too long. Then she said gently,
Have you been keeping a list?
The question hit harder than it should have.
No, because it kind of feels like you're waiting for me to mess up. I'm not. Then what are you doing?
I didn't have an answer that didn't sound insane. She stepped closer.
I came back different, Sam. That doesn't mean I came back wrong.
Before I could respond, she walked away. That was when I went to Mrs. Whitfield. I told her Chloe felt off. I told her about the habits, the details, the things only I would notice. Mrs. Whitfield listened with her tea cooling between her hands.
Sam,
She said carefully,
Chloe lost her parents 2 years ago. People change after grief.
This isn't grief.
Is it possible you're afraid she's growing away from you?
I looked down at my hands, because a small, ugly part of me was afraid of exactly that. When I left Mrs. Whitfield's office, the hallway was almost empty. I had just reached the stairs when I felt someone watching me. I turned and saw Chloe standing at the far end of the hall, near the trophy case. She wasn't smiling. She just looked at me, her face so blank that I forgot how to move. Then the bell rang, students spilled out of classrooms, and the hallway filled with noise. When I looked again, she was gone. She came to my room that night.
Hey,
She sat on the edge of my bed like she owned it, the way real Chloe always did.
you okay? You've been weird all week. I'm fine. Mrs. Whitfield said you came to talk to her? About me?
She tucked her hair behind her ear before I could respond.
Want to see my Seoul videos? I haven't shown you the concert yet.
She handed me Chloe's phone. The footage was shaky, loud, alive, a massive arena, stage lights in pink and blue. The camera swung over a sea of glowing light sticks. A voice screamed over the music.
Sam, I wish you were here! You'd literally die!
The words were right. The energy was right. But something about the footage bothered me.
Can I airdrop this to myself?
I asked.
I want to watch it bigger.
She hesitated, barely long enough to notice.
Sure, just don't post it. I sound insane.
After she left, I opened the video on my laptop and played it beside an old clip Chloe had sent me last spring, a shaky campus bonfire video. Same phone. That was when I saw it. Chloe was left-handed. When she filmed, she braced the bottom of her phone with her left hand and steadied the top with her right. Her videos always tilted slightly right and drifted left whenever she moved. The Seoul video tilted the other way, right hand dominant, left hand on top, mirrored. I played both clips 3 more times to be sure. Someone right-handed had filmed that concert with Chloe's phone. Then the song changed. I knew that song. Chloe had played it in our room so many times I used to threaten to move out. It was her favorite, the one she said would ruin her forever if she ever heard it live. But in the video, the girl holding Chloe's phone didn't go quiet. She didn't gasp. She didn't whisper the first line the way Chloe always did. She just kept screaming over it. I closed my laptop. Until that night, I had been collecting feelings. Small things I couldn't prove, but this was different. This was a grip, an angle, a direction that didn't match. The girl in Seoul held the camera with the wrong hand and stood inside Chloe's dream without feeling it. The Chloe who came back was not Chloe. And if she wasn't Chloe, then where was my best friend?